Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing well today. Michigan Lifestyles, Eric, Jamie, Trish. I seldom make a live, but I'm not going to miss this one. Well, it's good. Canine Man, Dana B. Good to see everybody.
Yeah, hope you're all doing well on this Palm Sunday. My wife wanted to talk about this, so
Well, today, yeah, I did.
yeah.
Yeah, the other day, well, actually, like for a while now, I haven't been wanting to bring these things up for many reasons. But
I'm gonna put a banner up real quick.
yes, please. Hello, Carson.
Good to see everybody.
Stephanie, and Bubble Bibble, and Suburban Hillbilly, and Cyan Reed. It's good to see everyone. We got the dog down here because when the thunder played on the intro, she didn't like that.
She's scared.
Yeah, it's okay. Sun's shining here though.
So I yesterday saw where something, well, actually I think a couple days ago, I saw where something kind of hit the mainstream news, which I tend to stay away from, but I saw it, and it was talking about this Marburg virus, and that rung a bell as soon as I saw it, because I know that Lake has been Lake and TJ Preps, TJ knows, what is TJ?
TJ 411.
TJ 411. They talked about this a long time ago. Like it seemed like a couple years ago they talked about this.
It was a couple of years ago, and I have that on the screen.
So I asked her, was it yesterday or the day before?
The day before yesterday.
I asked her, I said, you should put something out on this because you have all the research to talk about this. And she's like, no, I don't want to go on and talk about, viruses. I don't want to try to scare people. But it's not the intention to scare people at all.
Well, on Friday we were on Crazy Irish and Trusting God, and 10 talks about the fungus among us, and I sent the girls some things, if they want to do those things, and I do keep up. However, the certain Ceoris that's going around now here in the United States in 27 or 28 states now, I don't want people to feel that they shouldn't go to certain places in fear of these things, because if you need care, you absolutely should go seek care, whether it be long-term care for a family member, or if you or a loved one needs to go to an emergency room, you should be able to go.
Right, because
that's why I didn't want to do these things.
Yeah, she's referring to something it's in our country right now, and typical exposure is in these places. So she didn't want to even really talk about it much because a lot of people have loved ones in nursing homes and in hospitals, and they didn't want the words to be out there to try to deter people from going to see their loved ones at all. So she didn't cover that, but
right.
This is different. This Marburg virus, this is not something new.
No.
At all.
It's not new.
And we're going to get into that. We're going to look a little bit about the history of this, and we by no way, shape, form are doctors. But there's well-documented history of this Marburg virus.
Right.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and we want to get you guys' thoughts on this, of course, and take a look at the current thing that's happening with this in Africa, right? So good to see everybody.
It is good to see everyone. So I'm going to make a joke here. Oh, hello, Kitty. Hello, Charlotte. I'm going to make a bit of a joke here, and a lot of you who've followed us for a long time, you'll see where I'm going with this. But I'm going to go all the way back to 2020-21 into the Lake Ferry files, where I had to dig up my first findings of the Marburg. back in 2021.
Yeah, Jamie, we're going to talk about the symptoms.
Yep. So if we can bring up the first tab when you're. Hi, Han Solo.
Hey, Consuelo.
Diane.
We're going to talk about that.
Copycat's here.
Hey, Copycat. Good to see you. So yes, she's got so many tabs opened up, different articles. We can never even come close to even covering all the information in them, but she will go back and link all of these articles in the description of this. So you can dig into this as deep as you want.
Right. Right. And as far back as you want.
Right.
Which
right.
we'll find out soon. Back a while back, okay, I took over 1,000 videos off this channel, and I'm still slowly rolling them out back up. So one or more of these videos may not be on there anymore, but they're still up. They're just set to private. I'm still going through things. So if you see something pop up from 2021 or 22 soon, that'll be why, is because I'm still trying to put everything back on the channel. Because of the strike 1, 2, 3. I had to do that just because
You're out of control.
I want to go through and make sure that the rest of the videos may not be hit. So when I was talking about this back in 2021, I had several places I went to look for my information, but also too, a lot of people would send things in. So I just happened to go into the Lake Ferry files, deep, dark into the Lake Ferry files, and Brooke's Home Sweet Home. A lot of y'all know Brooke. She showed up not too long ago. She's been around, but she is taking a long break because of the things here on YouTube. They do get heavy. But actually, it was her and I talking in an email, and that's the first tab we're going to bring up. Or actually, that's not the first tab we're going to bring up. The second tab we're going to bring up will be about that. So, but first, let's get into the history.
Which tab was
that
it?
One.
That one?
Yep. So, the next pandemic, Marburg question. That's the question.
Yeah, that's the question. Could this end up being a pandemic? Which we know. We know that word more now than ever in our lifetimes.
Mm-hmm. A cousin of Ebola. So Marburg can take out, and that's the word I'm going to use, 9 out of 10 people it infects. And international travel has taken it from Africa to Europe twice in the past 40 years. The virus just hit
Equatorial Guinea
for the first time. What does that mean for the rest of the world? In August 1967, a cluster of patients in Marburg and Frankfurt in Germany and in Belgrade, then in Yugoslavia, now in Serbia, began showing symptoms of an infectious disease, a high fever, chills, muscle aches, and vomiting. The patients got sicker over the next few days until they began bleeding from every orifice of their bodies, including needle puncture wounds. And a total of 31 people are not with us anymore. 3 months after the outbreak, virologists in Marburg had identified the first filovirus, a cousin to the equally dead Ebola virus. The virus had been carried by an infected African green monkeys from Uganda. Now, this is another reason I'm going back to 1967, because we're talking about Uganda. Avoiding handling or eating bushmeat is critical to avoid any potential infection that could spread from animals. After this first sighting, the virus was mostly seen in African countries in bat-infested caves or mines. About 40 years later, however, the virus reemerged in Europe when a traveler returned to the Netherlands from a trip to Uganda, where she had been visiting caves. The largest known outbreak of the Marburg virus in Angola in 2004 infected over 250 people and had a 90% fatality rate. So this is where it also gets very interesting. Marburg virus can persist in the eyes and testes of people who have recovered. In pregnant women, it can persist in the placenta and the amniotic fluid as well as breast milk. This can be extremely dangerous. So now here we are in the early 2001, there were reports, 2021, there were reports that Ebola closely related to Marburg could lay down dormant in people only to emerge many months after an epidemic had ended, triggered another outbreak.
All right, can we talk about that for a minute?
Yes.
So, I mean, just from what we just looked at, this is not something that's new. It's first, why is it called the Marburg virus? It's called the Marburg virus after Marburg, Germany. It was first recognized 1967. That's when the first cases were known,
Right.
and there were simultaneous outbreaks in Marburg, Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, and in Belgrade, Yugoslavia, which is now Serbia. Okay, 1967. They were outbreaks of a hemorrhagic fever.
That's what it is.
That's what they were calling it.
Mm-hmm.
At that point in time, there were 30 cases, roughly 30.
31. Yep.
And from the research, the contraction came from something that's called grivets, which is actually monkeys. So whether these monkeys got this from the bats, I don't know, primates, but that's where that came from. It originated from Africa. Now you're seeing this. Like the other day, I clicked on the news, and this was the number one headline on the news: Marburg virus, potential pandemic.
New outbreak.
New outbreaks. There have been, and since it's been discovered in 1967, there's been 14 documented Marburg virus outbreaks. In total, there's been 480 infections. Now, these new numbers that are popping up, they may change these numbers a bit, but 480 infections, and this is very deadly. Out of 480 infections, 378 people did not survive. That is a 80.6% fatality rate with Marburg virus. It is devastating. Typical symptoms, like you get exposed to Marburg virus, which typically it's a 7 to 11 day range before you start getting these symptoms, which we're going to look at here in a moment. 7 to 11 days, but 2 to 21 days is possible. Now you think about,
you can be walking around for 21 days and not even know you have this.
That's the dangerous part. 21 days. That's
Thank you, Copycat.
Thank you very much, Copycat. 3 weeks. Someone could have this Marburg virus and not know it. That's part of the danger. Typical is 7 to 11 days before these symptoms. Now, what are some of these symptoms that these people? Again, these are people in Africa right now who are. This is where this outbreak is. It's in Africa. Abdominal pain, anorexia, diarrhea, fatigue, malaise, nausea, myalgia, rash, sore throat, vomiting, and as Lake read earlier, these symptoms progress to the point where typically 80.6% of the time results in fatal results. The bleeding of all orifices.
Even pin punctures in your body.
Yes. Now, currently, as of right now, there are no antivirals for this. There isn't any of these. There are no vaccines for this.
And we'll get to that too.
Right. There are no vaccines for. There are no vaccines or antivirals for the Marburg virus. According to all the reports that we've read,
Hey, Dharma.
representatives from our country, and I'm not going to say the names of these three-letter agencies. They've been sent to Africa, to these places, and it's actually on the east coast of Africa and the west coast of Africa. So
Yeah.
it's
6 scientists from
yeah,
US right
yeah.
now.
There's two different places, like 15 or 1800 miles apart. So it's two separate outbreaks that are currently going on. As of right now, no threat to this country at all, at all. Uh, they began putting, and really the reason we're talking about this is because of the garbage we just went through, and kind of are still going through, because it brings back memories of this stuff. We think of when all of that first started going down with can I say that word?
With the thing that we've been dealing with the past 3 years.
Yeah. When all of that first started going down, you think about the travel restrictions. You think about, they shut down the roads here. You weren't, unless you were essential workers, you weren't even allowed to be driving out to places.
This is a question that everyone really wants to know, and I want to get it out here. Obviously, through fluids, contact. However, this is potentially dangerous due to the fact that other surfaces and clothing that these people who are infected, other people who come in contact with those surfaces, clothing, what have you, it is very contagious in that way.
It is, but it's in Africa right now.
Right.
It has
And
in the past, it has been transferred to Europe a few times.
yeah, it's in Ghana, Uganda and Ghana. And
Yeah.
there's a couple of other places it's in too, which are in the articles.
Yeah,
about.
Guinea.
Guinea,
Yeah.
thank you.
So it's you just start to see some of these same things that we saw back at the current and very recent pandemic that we went through. We see the warning starting to go up for international travelers coming in from those places, where they probably have to start quarantining and things like that.
We sent a team over the winter from a team from Ohio actually, and they went over and came back, but they were all quarantined.
But the one you're talking about, didn't they go over to do research on Ebola?
To Uganda.
Okay, so it could be the same thing. Could be the same thing. We recommend that you guys dig in and do research on this.
Yeah. It's soap and water.
Again, there's going to be medical places. There are medical places that we can still trust. Go to those resources. Look this stuff up.
Yep.
So yeah, this isn't anything to do with trying to spread any fear. It's not at all.
No. That's why I didn't actually want to do these things. But
right. But here's the deal. This is the other side of it, which we can't ignore anymore.
No.
We just watched some of our rights, I will say, our rights be taken away because of the last thing that we just dealt with.
And others tried to get trampled on.
Yes. Now, is this something, like I said, this is all over the headline news right now. It is plastered everywhere.
You're going to see it more.
Now, is it because the fear of the previous thing is waning? They need something else. We don't know that. There's just a track record, and it certainly makes it at least worth watching.
Right. So I'm just going to go through here. So back in August 25th, 2021, this is the email that I had gone to the Lake Ferry files to go dig up. An epidemic of a very deadly disease, Marburg hemorrhagic fever, is brewing in West Africa.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. We can't be sure. Now remember, this is 2021 from the 3-letter organization of the thing that sounds like an owl. Woohoo! On August 9th, that organization, a guinea man contracted and later passed from the Marburg virus disease, a typically fatal disease caused by a filovirus closely related to Ebola. Again, this is the cousin to Ebola. So I think that's all I wanted to read there. I mean, I've got, so the fruit bat colonies, now they find this a lot in mines and caves in Gabon, Kenya, South Africa, Uganda, and Zambia.
Zambia. That's in Central and Southern Africa.
Right. So again, West, Central, and Southern Africa. So you might as well just say Africa, I guess, right? Yeah. Right. So then in July of 2022, so over last summer, Marburg virus versus monkeypox. So now we gotta bring these things up again. Remember everybody talking about not just the Marburg but also the monkeypox.
Which are both, the Marburg and monkeypox are both animal-borne viruses.
Exactly. So they're the zoonotic.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what they're saying. Now, of course, there was problems with that in India. And then obviously it came, the monkey one came here.
Yeah, no, the monkeypox did come here,
yeah.
But it didn't have that huge impact like some people maybe were trying to say, but it did make it here.
Right. So yeah, the June 26th and the 27th, and the 28th was that issue, right? So they talk about how it goes from the bats and the monkeys. You know, obviously they are in and out of caves and mines. So then you can touch a surface and get this. So again, the symptoms are high fever, severe headache, malaise, muscle aches and pains, watery diarrhea, abdominal pain and cramping, extremely lethargic, bleeding in fatal cases, and blood and vomit and feces. So now we're going to go to July 26th of 2022. Again, in Ghana. That's why I brought up Ghana early, because I remembered.
Yeah, so 2022, this was a year ago.
Right.
There were cases confirmed in Ghana.
Right. So they were already being troubled with the spread of monkeypox, and then they had 2 confirmed cases of Marburg during this time, is how they found that.
Right, and then what makes this stand out is that we were currently dealing with a pandemic.
Right.
So it just makes it alarming. Just something else, something new coming.
Right.
So it makes you want to dig in and research.
Exactly. So again, the WHO, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, did that as well. So now we come to March 13th of 2023, where again,
getting closer to today.
The WHO. So
read the title of that. That was
the title.
Yeah.
Okay. Marburg virus outbreaks are increasing in frequency and geographic spread. 3 biologists explain.
Yeah. So it is picking up its intensity.
Yeah. So the Central African country of Equatorial Guinea on February 13th, 2023 to date. So they're currently this was in March 13th. They were currently monitoring 48 contacts, 4 of whom developed symptoms and 3 of whom were hospitalized. So the WHO and U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are assisting Guinea in the efforts to stop the spread of the outbreak. Again, as far as I know, there's 6 scientists there working with them now to make sure that this doesn't go any further. So let's see. Now we're going to go up to, because I want to get to that part here soon, February 18th. Going backwards a little bit, again, the same thing. Now we're at March 16th. Again, the same findings and the risk and the
And she'll put the link to
The
all
spread.
these different resources in the link to in the description of this video, so you guys can click and dig in as
Right.
much as you want to dig
Was
in.
it this one where they were talking about the?
Let's see. 1 second.
I'm sorry, guys. Hold up a second. I've got like 9 or 10 tabs pulled open here. But there was something I found this morning that I did not know, and that's why I decided to do what we're doing today. Although there are no vaccines or antiviral treatments for MVD, okay? Supportive care such as rehydration with oral and intravenous fluids and treatment of specific symptoms improve survival. This isn't the part, is it? That's not it.
Okay.
He had me reading something else. We'll find it, but I want to find exactly where it says. They are actually working on a poke for this.
Mm-hmm.
They're working on a vaccine for the Marburg virus.
Yeah, it must have been that last one there.
Is it the last one? Okay. So this headline says U.S. health body warns of deadly Marburg virus after outbreak in Africa.
And that was from April 2nd.
That's from today.
Yeah, today.
So now, yeah, there was a bunch of tabs of March leading up to today.
Yeah, article out today. U.S. health body warns of deadly Marburg virus after outbreak in Africa.
So high fever, bleeding both internally and externally, and excruciating headaches are some of the symptoms of this viral illness. Let's see.
Let's read this right here. It says that the Marburg virus is an infectious illness with a high mortality rate and epidemic potential, according to the WHO.
And the C to the D to the C.
Yeah.
Emerging and zoonotic infectious disease respond to the outbreaks in Tanzania and Guinea.
Yeah.
That's today, okay? This is in here somewhere. So bats and other infected animals can transmit the Marburg virus.
So, say, again, we're not doctors.
No.
By any stretch.
We're just going on what the WHO and the
right.
CDC
So,
say.
say someone is infected through an animal, that would make their body fluids. They could spread that to another person.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. There you go. There it is.
Did you want to share that screen? Just that one part?
Just this right here.
Yep.
Okay. It might be hard.
It's okay.
I'll try to put this up on the screen for you.
Do you know what tab it
Yeah, that's
was?
going to be the hard one.
The last one. So it's the one with a big N.
Okay. Let's see if we can do
Hey,
this.
Ginger Ninja, Nomics. I think that's how you say that, Nomics. Mary Lutz.
Okay.
How do you pronounce that?
Cosette?
Cosette, yes. Hello, Cosette. I think I said hello to Copycat, but hello again. Teresa D. Bob Bissell, hello. Hello to you and Denise. KN. So this is where we were reading that. We highlighted it. Marburg has no cure or vaccine, but according to the WHO, early candidate vaccines as well as blood.
Okay, hold on.
What's going on?
I'm going to try to switch mics. I don't think we're... Give us a second.
Okay.
Let me
I didn't see that.
switch the audio here.
Okay.
Okay. Is that audio any better?
Is that better, T?
Okay. Yeah, the mic came unplugged and the audio flipped to the...
He actually tried warning me, hearing feedback and a little scratchy 25 minutes ago from
All right,
Eric
sorry
and
about
T.
that,
Sorry,
guys.
guys.
All right. Sorry about
Of
that.
course it got scratchy.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll read this over again. You guys can hear me now?
Yeah, you can see that up on the screen.
Yeah, you guys can read that.
Marburg has no known cure or vaccine, but according to the WHO, early candidate vaccines as well as blood products. So I'm assuming those are antibodies?
I don't know.
Don't know. Immune therapies and drug therapies are being studied as possible treatments.
So if they're already putting this out to the public, it means that they already have something, I am sure. And that's kind of where I wanted to get into the conversation that you and I were having about an hour and a half ago, an hour ago. So going back to 1967, and obviously even before that, because before that, it had to have come from somewhere else because they found where it came from. So when they found it in Germany and their people, they found it came from Africa in 1967, possibly earlier. Who knows how long it's been around, okay? But here we are from 1967 to 2023, right? So this is nothing new. However, this could potentially become a new outbreak. Do you see what the headlines are doing?
Mm-hmm.
So this is old. However, the virus itself is not new. However, potentially new outbreak. But that's not how the headlines are wording this. So this is where my opinion comes in and what we've been dealing with the past 3 years. That was around already, as we all found out. Okay. It didn't venture out riding the dominoes until it was needed. That's how I'm going to put that.
Yeah.
I want you guys to watch this because I have a feeling. Now, again, this is my opinion. This is just opinion stated here today. My opinion, personal feeling and opinion. It is possible. And that's why I'm putting this out here so everybody can prepare but not be scared. And I'm going to get to something else later. We can almost expect this, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, when they need it, the people in control right now, when they need it for their rollout of whatever they want to do. It's going to be then and only then that this will actually become a real problem.
You guys know what we're talking about. Yeah, it's there. You're on it in the chat, so.
Yeah. So
I mean, maybe not. Hopefully not.
I really hope not. And
but I mean, there's a reason why. I mean, it's been around for a while, and why, like today, like why is it just now slamming front page news everywhere? It's because
things are starting to ramp up in certain areas and calm down in other areas.
Yeah, we don't know.
Right.
We don't know. But, we should still be able to talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Don't have anxiety about it or fear about it. Yesterday, we got lucky here. Unlike a lot of other people, a lot of bad things happened over the weekend with that storm. Tornadoes. This is something, that was historic. Those tornadoes were historic. And our hearts go out to all the people that went through that. And, things that's whatever. It's just things, but people is what matters. But yesterday, we thought it was going to be horrible here yesterday. And I'm going to tell you guys, it was 71 degrees here in the Adirondacks yesterday. And I took this time personally for myself to go out, and I know it wasn't going to last. Okay, this is my point here. I knew it wasn't going to last. However, God was showing me, and this is what he said to me yesterday. He gave me a taste of what's to come. I enjoyed the day, even though I knew it wasn't going to last. And we sat out in the sun by our fire pit with no fire. We shook out the tomato plants and we got those out and put them into the compost. I think you stirred the compost a little bit and found out his back was still not better completely yet. But we took that time to get our hands in the dirt. You know, this is something that I'm seeing and hearing a lot. With the thing that we've been dealing with the past 3 years, people have been scared to go out, scared to hang out with friends and family, scared to go swimming, scared to touch things. The dirt, the water. Not only did the recent last 3 years of events scare people and put people in fear to go and hang out with their friends, family, and neighbors, it put people inside.
Yeah, how about
that? Angers me.
Definitely don't go gather in church.
Right. So you take a bunch of people all over the whole world, or even in one country, and you put them inside. Now you don't have the good bacterias. Okay, you don't have anything good, so you possibly are susceptible to getting normal little things that normally would just pass in 3-4 days and you'd be done with it. Get your hands in some dirt and play around. Plant some food. This is seriously important. I know a lot of you live in an apartment. You have a balcony, you have a window. Make it possible. No excuses. No excuses. If you can't afford something, reach out and ask somebody for your birthday, for a holiday. Ask a friend or neighbor if they have any seeds or plants that you could possibly put in your windowsill. Something, anything. If you have a friend or a family's house and you have the money and the ability to buy, ask them to plant them for you.
Yeah.
It's possible. But the other part that I wanted to tell you guys is that breathe. I want you guys to get out into nature as soon as possible. If your weather is good today, go. Because our mind and our body is not of this world, and it can't hold up in this world forever. So that's why we need Jesus, first of all. Mm-hmm. But the other thing that our minds and bodies need is to be out in nature. God made us a beautiful world. He didn't make everything here beautiful for us not to enjoy. He wants us to be happy, enjoy, dance, take a walk, go in the water. If you don't like swimming, just put your feet in. Don't be afraid of the fungus among uses. Don't be careless and don't be stupid. But at the same time, take your kids out on a hike. Let them play in the dirt. You know, make sure they're not touching the bird turds, but all the things that our parents did with us and our parents' did with them. Put your feet in the water. There's a man that apparently contracted a tree fungus, and it's all out there in the news. Don't let this stop you from being out in nature. Because what God put here on this earth for us to take care of, he said, and each other. He did that for a reason.
I agree. Yep.
Yep. And do it for him. Do it in his name for his glory, right?
So you're saying we can go fishing?
I'm saying we're going to go fishing. Yeah, we never stopped. But
yeah, don't let the
hey, afternoon, Chris Piat.
By the way, Ginger Ninja, I saw what you did earlier in the chat. That was clever. That was a clever play on words. I like that.
Clever play on words. I'll have to go back and read that.
Yeah. Don't let don't let the headlines that are meant for a shock factor, don't let them deter you from going out and just enjoy life. When you get good days to go outside, go outside.
Right. Do you have any more notes?
That's all I got. That's all I ever need to ever know about the Marburg virus.
Can we talk about vines and branches in a good way and a bad way? Because we've got vines and branches, and then we've got thorns.
Sure.
Good.
Go for it.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to admit this here and today. So I don't read my Bible as much as I should, which means I don't memorize verses. Even when I did get into my Bible a lot, I'm not one of those people who can remember verses. So I speak in nature. I teach in using nature. So I didn't actually prepare for this a lot, but I'm actually just going to bring up the verse, which is in John, right? Bigfoot doesn't like it when I'm not prepared.
I like to have things written down.
He likes to have everything organized. That's why we're so good for each other. You keep me grounded. I bring you up and get you to fly, and then he's organized and I'm disorganized. So we kind of, God knew what he was doing when he put us together. Yeah. That's in John. I know it is. Yeah, John 15. Oh, that's a funky little page, isn't it? So, Jesus said, right?
Yeah.
I am the vine, you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If anyone does not remain in me, he is like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned.
Yeah. So we can't, like, even in these times when we're dealing with different things that are happening all over the world but oh, by the way, they're beyond our control anyway. We can't do anything about it.
Right.
God's still on the throne, and we are the vines, and he is the branch. Now you picture this branch. I mean, this vine.
He's the vine. We're the branches. Right?
No, we're the vine.
Yeah.
He's the branch.
A
vine can't stand on its own. A vine needs the branch to support.
Right.
So we have to lean on the branch for our strength. You know, without the branch, we fall.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. But, those branches that stem from, go away from that, they're not holding up anything. They're not doing anything. They're good for nothing to be kicked around and burnt. Right?
Yeah. So
right.
In other words, don't let this stuff make you try to panic and try to figure everything out. Trust in God.
Right. Stay here.
Yeah, he's still on the throne. It's all part of God's plan. And the more we see these things, Matthew 24 talks about we see these things such as they'll be like birth pangs, birth pains. We'll see wars, rumors of war. We'll see famines. We'll see nation against nation, and we'll see these things, but the end is not yet. But he compares it. This is the beginning of the birth pangs. These things will start picking up. They'll start increasing in frequency. They'll start increasing in intensity. And that's just saying to me, and should be telling us all, that it's just getting closer to him coming back. So,
but God tells us to speak his word and bring others to him. And how can we do that if we're sitting in the house?
That's right.
Or we're not venturing out in any sort of way. You have a whole world out there, which, yes, there's YouTube, which is great, but if you're not out there being his hands and feet, and not letting him work through you, I think we're in big trouble.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good day, Nut. He's at work. He popped in over at your stream too.
Good to see you, Peanut.
Yeah, it's good to see all of you guys. So we just wanted to give you guys some history of where this came from. The events leading up to it, you know, from 1967, 2021, 2004 actually stuck back there. And then today it's in the news. We just kind of wanted to let you guys know where I'm not sure if I should use the word we, but where I thought it was going. So, hi, Independent, Many United.
Yeah. So, and then, like I said, when I saw this headline news a couple days ago, I remembered Lake and TJ talked about this
2 years ago
a lot, and I think you guys probably put videos out about it.
Yeah, TJ did. Like I said, I don't know what videos of mine are released back out or not. They're all set to private right now, and I'll release them because, you know, any of those videos now talking about that, the rules have changed with the organizations. So any videos I had talked about prior might be a naughty now.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't know a whole lot about the Marburg virus, so looked through.
Thanks for encouraging me to bring this forth today, because I didn't want to talk about things like this anymore, like I told you. But thank you for encouraging me to bring this out today to everybody, because you're right, it is important. I didn't think it wasn't important. I was worried about you guys. I was worried that I worry. It's like that mommy worry. Not that you guys are children. I'm just saying, like, it's just kind of embedded in me to uplift people, not bring people down, and educate people without bringing them down. There is a way that we can do that. And sometimes if I'm down, I feel like I might bring you all down. So I want to wait till I can get into a place where, with God, because God strengthens me, right? And I didn't want to drive any fear.
That's the main thing.
Or cause any pain.
Yeah. No fear. It's just information.
Right.
You can dig into it as deep as you want, do whatever you want with it. We just had no intention of recording this to do any kinds of fear. This is just information.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. 1967. It's happened.
Yeah.
There's been 14 Marburg outbreaks.
Did you want to show them the article from 1967?
Well, we can link them all.
I'll link all 9 of those.
Yeah.
I might as well.
So it's nothing new. You just have to wonder if it's something that somebody has been saving up for a certain agenda of some sort. And I'm not saying there is or no, but I'm just saying there's a track record of it.
Yep. Yeah. So be aware, but don't fall into, don't be one of those branches falling out of that vine and get out there by yourself to get burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, I guess, why I wanted to read that scripture. There's many reasons for that. That's a good scripture.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
very
they're
good.
all good.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys hear anything about any further developments of this Marburg, or whether you hear any cases in the United States, just keep an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it, and don't stress about it.
Yeah.
Don't fear it.
Right.
But if you find out more information and you want to share it with us, maybe she can do a follow up with this.
Yeah. You can put it in the comment section, or you can email me apocalypticfairy@gmail.com, which is also in the about section. Also, Pinball Preparedness put out a video about this, I think this morning, or this afternoon. I don't remember. I only listened to half of it, so I have it on the pause. I gotta go back and listen to it. But I just, Bigfoot was right. I had to go into deep dive into the Lake Fairy files back to 2021, which brought me back to 1967.
Yep.
Yep.
That was BL,
What?
before Lake.
Before Lake. Yeah, that was about 9 years before Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who's going fishing? We're not going fishing today, but we're definitely gonna be. Yesterday, our opening for trout fishing was yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not a big trout fisherman.
I like
I would much rather catch a big old catfish.
We have lake trout here. So lake trout, they're big. They're good size. They're so pretty too. We have brown, rainbow, we have all the colors. We have ponds up on the mountain that you can go, and they don't really, they do stock for trout, but this is wild trout. This isn't anything that they stock.
So Han Solo says, put the Dig Deeper link too. So
Yes.
if somebody wants to drop the link to my channel, go ahead.
I can do that. So I don't know what y'all's plans are today. Hey, Angry Wreck-It Ralph. I love that because it always reminds me of that game I used to play with my brother when I was little.
Rampage, is that what it was?
Yeah, Rampage, but it was Wreck-It Ralph.
Can only go day by day and prepare the best you can. That's it.
Thank you, TH2. He's fast. He's like lightning
Mm-hmm.
with those feet.
Kitty says walleye. Yeah, I love walleye. That's good. That is good eating right there.
I've actually never caught a walleye, and we have lots of lakes with walleye.
They got sharp teeth.
Yeah. Well, I've caught things with sharp teeth, like pike,
pickerel. Yeah.
pickerel, pike, the big, huge snapping turtles.
That might be a stretch right there.
Oh yeah, no, I have a friend who actually, she's in partnership with people who own a skydiving place, and she's jumped out of planes many, many times. And no, I can't see myself doing that.
No.
I'll watch you do it.
If I jump out of an airplane, it's because, first of all, somebody drugged me and put me on the plane. And then second, it's because it's on fire. It's the only way I'm jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah, fishing is great. Get out and just, even if you're catching and releasing. But yeah, it's always nice to bring some fish home for your freezer. And I'm going to go out and put this out there. Don't forget to get your fishing license unless you're at a place where maybe it's privately owned and you don't need one. But we don't want to give them any reasons. We don't give people any reasons to come down on you.
It's weird because they make you get a fishing license,
Mm-hmm.
so you can go catch fish to bring home to eat.
But that money actually helps the DEC restock and
are they going to make it to
pick
where
up and-
you have to have a gardening license eventually?
I really hope not. Or a chicken license, a
Chicken
license to
license?
own chickens and raise your own eggs and chickens. Yeah, this is true. My husband makes his own spinners, fly fishing. That's really cool. We have some that our friend Rich made down up there in the cabinet.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of flies
Yeah.
that he made.
Mm-hmm.
What's Dana? God didn't give us wings. Yeah, that's another thing. What was it? The elephant and the bird. An elephant cannot be a bird.
Yeah, right.
No.
If you wanted to drop the link for anybody, that's okay. But I'm
actually gonna wish everybody a good day. Have a great Sunday. It's Palm Sunday. Maybe if you have wheels or somebody to bring you, just go out. I feel a strong urge to tell everybody to go out and buy a palm. They do have indoor palms, and then later you can put them out on your patio, porch, or in your yard. But no, just seriously, just get out and go out in nature. And if you're not able to get out and you're able to just sit by a window, take a deep breath and just take in the beauty of looking at the sunshine, the rain, anything.
Yeah, appreciate
Yeah.
things.
I just take some time away and for each other.
How about you pick up a phone call and call that old friend you haven't talked to in like 5 years?
Yeah. Even if you didn't get along with he or she 2 or 3 years ago, maybe give them a call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one. Oh, you want to pound it? Okay. We're such dorks. Yes. Have a fantabulous day.
Hey, it's the world famous one and only.
Hey, Cashew, lady.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. So yeah, sorry I haven't called you for 5 years.
Well, it's about time then.
Yeah, but it's never too late, and don't be afraid, because the worst they're going to tell you is no or hang up on you. But at least you tried.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and put your heart in a good place when you do it, because a lot of things got unraveled over the past 3 years and
Really
longer.
did. Really
And
did.
it's time to put those pieces back together again.
Yeah,
It's not too late. It's never too late.
yeah, and don't let mainstream media headlines put the fear in you not to be with family and friends.
Yeah. Like we all got together for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
We good?
it's your channel. I'll let you say goodbye.
No, I
No?
think we're good. Yeah. Just y'all have a great day. And hi, Lisa House. Yeah. So yeah, I'm good.
I'll let you click the buttons.
You gonna let me click the buttons?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Gonna just take a quick surf through the chat, and yes, window watcher here. Yeah, Kitty. I mean, I love looking out the window. We have a friend named Kathy, and she has MS, and she's been in bed for about 27 years. One day she woke up and she couldn't feel anything from the neck down. She is the most beautiful woman with the most beautiful attitude and loves God. And if that's all she can do is turn her neck and watch out the window, she enjoys that. So if Kathy can do it, we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
She's a true inspiration to me. So I'm hoping that she can be an inspiration to y'all. All right. Y'all have a great day. Be blessed and get out and do something.
Do stuff.
Yeah, get out and do stuff.
Hands in the dirt.
Dirt. Yeah, or not. Yeah, you choose. Y'all have a good day.